ego decisions are...
When you say ego,
killer.
define that for other
Ego
people.
is, I want to look smarter, I want to be better, I want to make more money, I want to have a bigger house, I want to be known, I want people to recognize me, all of those things. Our ego wants us to be noticeable and rich and powerful and sexy, and all of these things that our ego wants. It's about what other people think. Ego's very attached to how the rest of the world looks at us and how we're going to be perceived. And the problem is, almost all decisions we have, there's an ego talking to us, and then there's this gut talking to us. And sometimes it's not just your gut, sometimes it's your heart. It's the soul, the heart, the spirit, the gut, the intuition. It's this other little voice. And all of the really, really bad decisions I've made in my life were they were ego-induced.
But how can you tell the difference?
Because you have to talk it doesn't feel right.
So it's a feeling.
Right, it's a feeling. I was not talked into, I'm a big girl, but I did a book that I should have never done. I didn't like it, but I thought it was with a big publishing company, and I thought it would make me successful. That's my ego talking. And the book I should have written, I didn't write for 3 years. Had I written it earlier, it could have made a lot of difference in my life for many ways. The things that I do because of money, or because it's going to make me look better or appear better or get more notice, or if there's a little voice, and for most of us there is this voice, there's something that doesn't feel right. It's not what we really want to do. And the heart and the soul are saying, don't do it. But this ego is a strong, powerful voice. And so I want to encourage people to see if you can stand back. The ego's yelling, it's screaming, and it's like, it's telling you every awesome thing. Oh, but you're going to do this, and this is going to happen. Just listen to the voice. Just give each one a fair voice. Give each one a fair share of your time and attention, and make more decisions, because the gut pretty smart. I think we're all pretty smart, and we kind of know deep down that the ego is a big player in the game, and they won't take no for an answer.
See, I've always been fascinated with how people make decisions, these big ones, like this line or that line, like your story that you shared so beautifully, that your feeling was that you belonged better in this one. And I always remember going to my first direct selling meeting. And at that time I was a small manufacturer, I was a small business person. I went to this meeting in Bristol in the UK, and there was 800 people there. And I had this strongest sense of a real physical feeling in my body that this is exciting, this is amazing.
And it's where you should be.
This is that gut feeling that I resonate with from your story. And intellectually, it's pyramid selling, it's this, it's the other, it's whatever. But the feeling was, this is the place for you. And that defined then 26 years of my career, just on a gut feeling level. And I believe in what you're saying here so strongly.
And it comes even with who we marry and who we date and the jobs we take. This may look right, this may seem right, this may appear right to the outside, but is this who you want to live with? Do you want to have 5 kids or 1 kid? Do you want to do this job? Life is full of a lot of decisions, and when they're always ego-driven, we end up being extremely unhappy. Most of our gut intuition decisions, they may not make us much money, or we may not have the biggest jobs or the promotions or the biggest house, but there's a feeling, a sense that this is where we belong. And I think that's why a lot of people are so unhappy.